Even before their own trials, the actions of the two paramedics on duty the day Elijah McClain died have been questioned in court.
It was the ketamine that killed Elijah McClain. That's what this entire trial should have been about.
In the previous trials, defense attorneys for the police officers redirected the blame from the officers to the paramedics.
There is one and only one undisputed cause of death in this case, no matter how many sequential dots that they will ask you to connect. And that is a lethal injection of ketamine.
In the trials of the officers, the finger was continuously pointed at the paramedics, not just by the defense, but also by prosecution witnesses. So the focus by the paramedics' lawyers is going to be to try to deflect some of that blame back on the officers.
9 News legal analyst Scott Robinson doesn't expect the previous 2 acquittals and 1 guilty verdict to sway the jury, but says instead of focusing the blame on other people, he expects the defense to focus on the autopsy report.
One of the odd things about this case that I'm sure the defense will emphasize is that there was an initial autopsy report that was very, very different than the revised or amended report, which placed the blame on the administration of ketamine.
The upcoming trial will mark the last of the 5 people involved. In a series of trials, Elijah McClain's mother has previously said pass the blame on who is responsible.
The people that stopped my son, brutalized my son, tortured my son, get away with murder, and that they're passing on what they did to the medical professionals that still were supposed to do their job. Nobody did. So it's just unfortunate that they're placing the blame and passing the buck.
According to the grand jury indictment, paramedics overestimated McClain's weight and gave him a dose of ketamine appropriate for someone much larger. Like we saw with the first 2 officers, the paramedics will go on trial together, which could mean the same outcome for both or different for either one when it comes to the verdict.
We know many will be watching, and also that family and many others have to go through it all again. We'll keep an eye on it this week. Thanks, Angeline.